Good morning, fam. It's about 3 a.m., I believe, at this point. I was up at 2 a.m. and then scrolling through Instagram and YouTube and got tired and got up and started to put away the dishes. It's been almost a week since we've gotten back from China, but for some reason this time my jet lag has just been going to bed at 9 and waking up at 2 a.m. every morning. So good times as far as being able to get up early and get things done. I'm gonna make the kids a smoothie for breakfast, and I'm using these pitted medjool dates. They've definitely been in the fridge for a long time and have seen better days. I'm breaking them open and soaking them in water so that they get soft and it'll be easier to blend. I made one yesterday without soaking and it sounded like I was blending rocks. So this is what that looks like after I've peeled, and I'm gonna soak them. Next, I'm sweeping the house. I usually sweep the house every morning. It takes about 10 minutes. It's not too bad, but for me, because we walk barefoot around the house, if I step on something and I feel it, it just makes my feet feel gross. Next, we're making rice balls for my Girl Scout troop leader, Miss Brittany. Her daughter really likes these. I made them a couple of times and everyone's been a big fan. But before I make that, I'm just cleaning my surface that I'm working with. I'll use a cutting board and a bowl, of course, but I like a clean working surface first thing in the morning, especially if I'm planning on making a lot of food that day. We're going to use this Japanese toasted sesame oil. It's a pretty big container, so I normally pour out what I need into a smaller bottle, but we're at the bottom of the bottle here, or bottom of this box here, so I'll try to finish it up, and then the rest that I don't use up, I'll transfer into a smaller container. To make rice balls, I like to use toasted sesame seeds. I've got black sesame seeds here, and I'm also going to use white. When I buy these, they are untoasted. I keep them in the fridge, and then I toast them in smaller batches as I need them. So to toast the sesame seeds, very easy, medium to medium-low heat. You put your sesame seeds in there, and then the trick is to stir constantly. You can't walk away. You can't, scroll on your phone. About 10 minutes later, this is what it looks like. It's toasted, it's nutty, and it makes the whole house smell really good. For the black sesame seeds, because they're dark, it's kind of hard to tell when they're ready, so I like to under roast those because if you burn them, they do become bitter. I roasted these for about 5 to 6 minutes and just left it on the stove top. It was perfect. Here I've got some salt that I'm going to put into a bowl with my sesame oil, sesame seeds that I'm sprinkling in. These are the white ones. I forgot how hot they were. I was sprinkling them in, trying to show you guys on camera, but inside I'm dying because these are super hot and my fingers are burning. The key to making good rice balls is having a good foundation with your rice. You want to undercook them a little bit. I use Chinese rice, medium grain, undercook it and then let it cool down. From there, you want to make sure that you add enough seasonings as well as oil because it's so simple, it's so limited ingredients. You want to make sure that each ingredient really shines. I'm using a vegan furikake made from mushrooms. It's actually mushroom pork, quote unquote, pork floss, and it's got seaweed in it. So this combination has worked out really well. Of course, you can use Japanese or Korean furikake as well. This is the final product. I made 27 rice balls, 14 of which I'm going to give to Miss Brittany. Her daughter, Stella, really loves it. So she's coming by to drop off some Girl Scout cookies for me to sell, and I'll exchange the cookies for some rice balls. Now I'm soaking some lentils and rice. We're having a surprise retirement party for one of my mom's best friends this weekend, and one of the dishes I'll be making is Lebanese lentil and rice. I've put away the roasted sesame seeds into jars. Next, I'm soaking some chickpeas. I'll also make a hummus with roasted mushrooms on top. So here are the onions. This is a 3-pound bag of onions that I'm going to cut up and caramelize for the Lebanese lentil and rice. It's a lot of onions, but when you cook it down in good olive oil and seasonings, it makes the dish, it elevates it. It's delicious. But it does take time. You have to cook it down for about 20 to 30 minutes. I do put a lot of seasonings in here, but my recipe is not authentic, and I definitely would prefer if you guys wanted to make this to Google it or look on Instagram. There's a lot of great content creators that make really good recipes. Prepping for the kids' lunch here, 2 French bread pizzas. I'll microwave and cut them up and put them in their lunch. This is what I plan on putting in the smoothie: strawberry, the soaked dates, some wheatgrass powder, and then a very ripe banana, along with some peanut butter. If you haven't tried peanut butter in smoothies, I would definitely give it a try. It makes it creamy, a little salty, takes it to the next level. I'm cooking down these onions as I'm prepping other things, and my older one wakes up. So we start reading. Here she's asking me what the meaning of dim is, so I go and dim the lights to explain to her new vocabulary. We practice a lot of reading and math at home, and I've seen a big improvement in the older kid. All right, the onions are ready. They're caramelized at the bottom and they're soft and delicious. The little one wanted instant noodles for breakfast, so I'm boiling some broccoli to serve with that. Here I'm toasting some vermicelli for the Lebanese lentil and rice. Again, not an authentic recipe, just what I like. Shin Ramen is king in our family. Everyone likes it, even though it's extremely spicy for the kids. I've added also an egg to the ramen to add more protein. The kids love this. I usually only put half a packet of seasoning or maybe 1/3 of a packet because it is spicy. The older kid likes hers with cheese. The little one does not like it with cheese, although she does like cheese. It's very complicated in my house. Next, let's take a look at the rice. So it's come up to a rolling boil. I'm going to turn the heat to low and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. This is the kids' lunch: apples, pizza, cereal, and lemonade Girl Scout cookies for one, pizza, some corn puff snacks, lemonade cookies, and apples for the other. The little kid is digging into her ramen. She's eating, she's having a great time. Her little chopsticks come apart. She's shocked, she's confused, but she's just happy to be eating her favorite food. The little one is not a picky eater. Her favorite foods are noodles, tofu, noodles, and tofu. The older one tries the rice balls. She really likes it. This is one of the foods that both kids enjoy, so I'm happy to make that for them as well. Here is the older kid's high ponytail with a braid. Looks beautiful, if I might say myself. The little one asks for pigtails. She's delighted. She loves her dress. She's spinning to show off her entire outfit. And our Lebanese lentil and rice is done. It's so delicious. I put so many seasonings, nothing authentic. Again, please look up a recipe if you're interested, but it's flavorful and it pairs so well with kebabs. Here I've added some of the caramelized onions on top. When I serve, I'll fluff everything together and maybe drizzle some sumac. That's all for this busy morning from 3 to 7. Thank you.